before the release, and I was like, what are you talking? We don't know it. He said, I know it will be number one. Hey, I'm ATB, and this is the story of 9pm. I've always been into electronic music. It's kind of crazy, but I started with Jean-Michel Jarre, who did a lot of trancey things these days, but it was not danceable. And when I started to do electronic music, I was into synthesizer sounds, but I want to transfer it into danceable things. That was my start to get in contact with electronic music. I started producing. I had Atari with 4-track recording, and I was able to program some first bass drums and things in there. And a little later, I had my first production. Before ATB, there was a project called Sequential One, and it was a kind of techno thing. I had a lot of melodies on top of these hard bass drums. For this underground scene, I was too melodic, and for the radio scene, I was too hard. So I've always been in between of this. And with Sequential One, I later had some chart hits and big in Germany and some other countries. I think 9pm is so important for my life. It changed everything for me. It was kind of not an accident, I wouldn't say, but it wasn't planned. And I think that's what I always think. You can't plan hits or classics, whatever. I met a girl. I think we had a plan to go to the cinema. She was interested into how are you producing music. And I had a really nice little studio these days, and showed her, okay, here I can do a beat. Here is a guitar sound, and I played this melody. Right in this moment, I recognized, oh, this is kind of an interesting melody. And so I started to work the melody out, and it was going further. And I put a bass in it, and I programmed, and I finally forgot that she's there. After a time, she said, very interesting, but we have to go to the cinema. All right, let's save it. And you always have some working titles when you save a track. And there was like 9pm in email. I said, okay, I save it on 9pm. The next day, I directly went back to the studio and I finished the track this day. And there need to be some vocals in it. And so my further management, he had always a lot of records, and he gave it to me, and I was listening to this a cappella, and there was this little Till I Come in it, and I took it out, put it into the track, and that was 9pm, Till I Come. Till I come. In the first days, I thought nobody will ever buy it. When I got the reactions from the first record companies, it was like, oh, we want to do it. It was signed to Contour Records. It was picked up from Ministry of Sound. I still remember we were sitting there and they said, I think we have something big here. I got a call from a UK promoter, and he was like, Andre, I want to talk to you personally, and I want to congratulate to your number one. It was 3 weeks before the release, and I was like, what are you talking? We don't know it. He said, I know it will be number one. Actually, when it was released, it was directly number one, and yeah, it was crazy. No, it's always hard. If you have a number one, you can't get higher. It's crazy because in Germany, it wasn't my biggest hit, just 13 in the charts. But when it came to worldwide, especially in the UK, it was number one.
Time now for another 3-letter band. Andre Tannenberger, otherwise known as ATB.
I never had a success in another country, especially UK was like, what? It was very fast these days, you know? So I can't remember all these things because it was pam, pam, pam. Top of the Pops, the show itself, it was like very planned, you know? I was like, okay, what should I do? The record company was like, they planned it. We need to have some dancers and just have myself there. And later I've been with other tracks as well there on Top of the Pop. I like to play there, but on the other side, I always hated that it's also fake, you know? That's the reason why I love to live DJ in front of a crowd and not just fake it on the TV show like this. But it was a part of the game. So you had to do it, and it was kind of being in a dream to notice, okay, now you've done something this big, you're here because this is now international success. I had a residency in Bochum, in my hometown, and every track I produced, I played first there. What I recognized, whenever a track had a really good reaction first, so I played it first and the people went crazy, was no hit. It was like I played it, everybody ran from the dance floor. People have to listen to my music more often to get it into the brain. That's what I recognize. The video. Actually, I don't want to talk about that because I hate the video. I don't understand the story till today. I think there's no story behind it. It's just pictures. Somebody wrote it, and the record company arranged it, and then I was there, and I can't explain what's going on there and why I have this bird and exploding and all these things. It's just crazy, but that's the way it is, you know. But I recognize from this video, if I do more videos in the future, I take care about it.
Yeah, I can never leave 'cause I need it, that feeling. Let me feel your love.
2 years ago, I just want to do my own new version of it. That's what I think the topic was, and I'm standing behind of it because it's two different records for me, but with the same melody, and I'm pretty sure there are millions of other bootlegs out there with the melody, and but I don't care. I take it as a compliment.
And yes, you're right. This was the inspiration.
Some friends came to me and said, I heard a record in the radio and it sounds like the 9 p.m. thing in it. I listened to the track, and of course I heard this pitching melody, and it was kind of, okay, he was inspired. That's what I think. I know it was not this stolen melody, but whenever you pitch a guitar like this, I think it's a kind of an ATB thing, and I take it as a compliment. And later I heard she was actually inspired of the 9 p.m. track.
And the award for 95.8 Capital FM Best Dance Single goes to 9 p.m. Till I Come Home, ATB.
I played it millions of times, and I'm not getting tired of it. This melody never dies in my head. It's hard to put it into one memory because it's millions of memories. This track is on every gig, and wherever I am, it's there. And it's changed my life. Every musician is searching for that, but I can tell you, you can't plan it. You can't sit down and say, okay, now I'm producing a classic, whatever. It happened or it's not happening. And I'm so thankful that I'm one of the guys who made one of these tracks. So I just can be thankful.
There are many people I want to thank. I want to say a big thank to Ministry of Sound, especially to Ben Cook and the whole crew. I want to say a big thank you to Woody van Eyden. He always believes in me. And I want to say a big thank you to you all. You have made it happen. Thank you very much. Bye.